Dear B2 children, from where you are, I welcome you for lesson 5, for lesson 7 of week 5. I hope you are very attentive, and I want to be attentive. If you are not attentive, be attentive. Okay? Have a pen, have your book, and record some of the key factors, some of the important words that we are going to discuss tonight. Good. Now, tonight, we want to look at dangers of eating dirty food. But before we start, I would like, wherever you are, that we discuss at least something that we looked at last time. It's very important always, at least to begin a lesson, by also reviewing, or looking at, or discussing what we had learned, okay, such that we can now focus on what we are now learning currently. I remember last week, or last time, we looked at ways of handling food properly. Proper ways of handling food. And we said that food must be handled in the following ways: preparing food in a clean place, serving food in clean containers, handling food or touching food with clean hands, okay? Good. And also covering food. We also went ahead and we looked at items that can store food, facilities that can store food. And we mentioned items like a fridge can store food, a granary can store food, a basket can store food, a silo can store food, and very many. Okay? Having looked at that, then at this moment, let us now focus. Let us put our mindset to dangers of eating dirty food. What comes about? What comes about in case one eats very dirty food? Number one, eating dirty food is dangerous. Eating dirty food is dangerous. It spreads germs that causes one, vomiting. All of you? Very good. Vomiting. If you eat dirty food, you can vomit. And vomiting is when the body has rejected what someone has eaten. When the body rejects, and then you see those things that you ate coming out through the mouth. That is what we call vomiting. Another one, eating dirty food can cause worms in our bodies, can bring worms in our bodies, like earthworms, like hookworms, like ringworms, like roundworms. They can enter our body and they make us grow thin, okay? And even sometimes the stomach becomes big, it swells. Not the other one that you always see people having when they are pregnant, or where you always see people having big stomach in case some of them are eating well. But here, when you have also worms in the body, your stomach swells. Okay? When you are just even young, the way you are at that size, you see someone with a very funny belly or stomach. That one is also caused by worm infestation, when you have worms in the body or in your body. Even diseases such as, when you eat dirty food, you can get diseases such as, we have dysentery, we have typhoid, and we have even cholera. Besides even cholera, we have even diarrhea. You keep on now frequenting the latrine in the name of going for long call. When you reach there, what happens is only God who knows. And the latrine and maybe the maggots themselves. The maggots are the small animals which stay in the latrine or in the latrine down there. The small animals, those are called maggots. So when you're generating, all the time you see someone running the latrine. So all these are diseases, but they are brought about by eating dirty food. And even we have stomach ache. Stomach ache. Some of you read it as a stomach ache. But when you say stomach ache, maybe meaning a caking, a stomach and it is caking. No, we say stomach ache. Stomach ache. Stomach ache. When the stomach is paining you, there we say stomach is aching. Stomach ache. Stomach ache. And all the time you see someone holding, touching the stomach, lying down, not even happy. When you greet that person, can't even respond. When you give that person even water, even food, can't even eat with much ease. You find the person very annoyed because the stomach is paining him or her. So all these are caused by eating dirty food. We shall also look at malnutrition. All of you, malnutrition. All of you, good. It is malnutrition. Malnutrition is the condition or is a condition when one is weak. Malnutrition is a condition when one is weak or ill due to poor feeding, or when one is sick due to poor feeding. Okay? So malnutrition is a condition when one is ill or when one is sick. The word ill is also sick. Okay? That is what you call malnutrition. It's a condition when one is weak or when one is sick due to poor feeding. Poor feeding can mean eating less food. Okay? For example, you are given, let me say, you are given some portion here of this size, or let us say matoke, because most of you like eating matoke. This is now matoke, and maybe let us say meat, and you're given two pieces of meat, and when you take only this part of matoke. When we remove this part, we are going to remain with this. Before you only eat this. Okay, children? And then with the meat, you only take soup and you leave their meat. You only sip twice. Sipping, you take twice, you only sip twice. Only soup, you take twice and you leave there the rest. That is what we call eating less food. Eating less food. Eating less food. You are given like 2 slices of bread during break time with a cup of milk tea, and you only sip once milk tea, and then you eat maybe a quarter of the slice. Okay? A quarter, for example, this is our slice of bread. And for you just taking that, so which means the whole of this part is left. Within milk, you're only taking 1 sip and you leave there the rest. That is what we call eating less food. Or even poor feeding can mean eating one type of food. Eating one type of food. take an example. You are ever eating, for example, we have now matoke. You are ever feeding on matoke. Break time, you are going to eat fried matoke during break. Lunchtime, during lunchtime, this is now break. B, it's representing now break. Break time, we have lunch, we have supper time. Since you like now matoke, you eat matoke during break time, which is fried. Not the other one, which is maybe baked and it's turned to be matoke, where you just eat as portion. No, you are eating this one, which is just fried as your breakfast with the tea. That's now what we not milk tea, but we can maybe say porridge. You are now taking fried matoke with porridge. Matoke here, which is fried, accompanied by porridge. Then during lunchtime, again now you are going to take the other one, which is baked, still matoke, but now made soft, baked like portion. And now you are taking it accompanied by, let me say, silverfish. But the word silverfish does not exist in English. We still have mukene there. Mukene is silverfish. So we have two categories of silverfish. We have golden fish, which is big in size but still mukene, and we have silver. Okay? So we are just taking it as mukene now, and we understand. Then during the supper, again you are going now to take part of matoke which remained during lunchtime. Again you eat that very matoke, and maybe, let us say, with now accompanied by again porridge. Remember, during break time you ate matoke porridge, lunchtime matoke and mukene. Supper, you also again repeating matoke with the same porridge that you had during break time. You are eating the same type of food, and therefore you can become malnourished. Now we don't say malnutrition. This one is a condition. Here now you become now malnourished. Are you getting me, children? Due to poor feeding, you are eating enough. Here you have been eating less, but here you are eating enough. However, you are repeating the same food and now become malnourished. You don't look good. You are going to have a skin which is very rough. Your face will also appear old, as if you are an old man. Okay? Just because of poor feeding. Still, poor feeding can also mean eating too much. Eating too much. And this one here may result into metabolism. It can now cause metabolism. Or this one here, eating too much food, you may become now obese. Okay? Obese is just a condition when one is having too much fat in the body. You find somebody very shapeless with very small bumps, but the stomach is, buttocks are very small, but the stomach is too huge. That stomach is just having fat. We find there somewhere here, meat is too much. It's almost falling down. That one is when the one is having too much fats in the body. So eating much food, it means you are now eating, for example, matoke, which can be used or eaten by 2 to 3 people, is only one person now consuming all that. My good children, am I taking you in a terrible speed? I believe you understand. Okay? So poor feeding can mean eating less food. Even poor feeding can mean eating one type of food. And even poor feeding can mean eating too much food. Don't eat alone one loaf of bread, my children. Don't take 2 jugs of porridge, my good children. Don't complete all fruits around you. For example, you have like maybe 25 mangoes, ripe mangoes, just eat one. Don't consume everything in the basket. By so doing, you will be practicing what we call eating too much food. And now this one is what we call malnutrition. That is a condition when one is weak or ill, or we can use the word sick, due to poor feeding. And poor feeding does not mean eating well, but poor feeding means eating less food, eating one type of food, and also eating too much food. So therefore, my good P2 children, don't practice this. Just balance the diet. Have only a balanced diet. And even we had a table last time. If at all you remember, if you go back to your notes, you will see there a table having or showing a well-balanced meal. Okay? So, allow me end here. However, we shall have an activity. Remember to do it, to attempt all questions and forward the hard copy for marking, good children. Thank you.